Today I'm sharing with you my Play with Randoms Fun Time Recruit Difficulty deck. Yes, that's a mouthful. This is ideally for Evangelo or Holly, and we'll get into the build. Every card has been tested. I'm going to be explaining why I'm choosing the cards that I chose. So first off, we have Face Your Fears and Melee Kills Heal 2 Health. This is so in the beginning you can get your health back, you can melee back the weaker zombies and get your health back up. Now if you're playing Evangelo, you're going to need stamina on your kills, so you'll need adrenaline fueled. If you're playing Holly, you're going to replace this card with Breakout. You can put Breakout further down, but can't rely on randoms to break you out. So you're going to use the card Breakout if you're playing Holly. Next up, we do want some damage. We don't need an insane amount of damage, but we do want to get our health back up from our melee kills, and we want to be able to kill the little zombies fairly quickly. So we're going to be running Batter Up for 50% melee damage and 5% health. Now, depending on the gun you're using, if you're going to primarily be using assault rifles and SMGs, then you want Shredder. If you're going to be using primarily rifles and shotguns, then you want Patient Hunter or 30% extra ammo and 10% damage. Next up, we have canned goods. We're going to get plus 40 health. We will take minus 30 stamina, but it's not a big deal. While we're killing with our melee, we will keep our stamina up enough to swing, and we can just wait a couple seconds before we run, and we can hold up with our melee weapon. You should be more than fine. You can move this down. A couple of these cards you can move up and down depending on your playstyle, but these cards are definitely recommended for the build. I'll give you the swap out cards. Experienced EMT is for yourself more than healing the randoms. If you got a friend or two with you, it's for healing them as well. So this will give you 20% extra health until the end of the level. Great to use at the start if you are playing with one or two other friends. Because we got this 40 health already, we are getting a really nice boost off this 20%. Next up, we got the 2 support inventories. This will definitely keep you alive as long as you're not completely broke, which you shouldn't be because you should be making it to the safe room. Now, you can run cross trainers here, or you can move it down depending on how much you're struggling with stamina. You could even move it up to right below battered up if you're going to put it anywhere. Now we'll be taking even more defense. We'll be taking Scar Tissue and True Grit. Scar Tissue is to help us with the mobs take no damage basically and keep gaining health. And True Grit is for when we do take the big hits, we don't take that big of a hit. Especially on Recruit, the damage isn't that severe. So this really helps you stay alive. Next up, you can also, I'll get into that. Next up, we'll be taking 25% even more melee damage. Hopefully by now we have a Fire Axe. You can move this up if you're going to be primarily melee and not that much on your primary weapon. And also gives us 10% damage resistance. The ammo capacity that you get in Recruit, we're not taking that much negative ammo, so we will be fine. If you do have a primary weapon, like I said, you can put that 30% extra ammo, 10% damage card up earlier in the build. Next up, we'll be taking 25 health, another 15 ammo capacity, but you still should be fine if you're using your melee weapon on the little zombie mobs. Next up, which you can also move up much higher in the build if you want, even like with the experienced EMT right near that, you can get trauma resistance and 1 extra life right after the first aid kits. It's actually potentially you could even just move it up here. It's a great spot to be there, or even 1 up from there. You could easily do that as well. Now you're going to want it up or down depending on how much you're struggling with trauma damage. Next up, we have our last card, which could be moved up or down, but I mean can't move him down, but even removed. But this is really nice to keep your health up even more. We got so much damage resistance, so much high health. But whenever your teammates get pinned, and they're gonna get pinned, and this stacks with other players. The nice thing is a lot of players on recruit will run this card if they have it already. So it's not necessarily you need to run it up in your deck because you got so much health and defense and the ability to gain health back off the crowds. You could easily swap that card out for more offense or more stamina or more ammo and put that in the position that you feel like you're struggling. But that is my combat medic play with randoms fun time deck. This is not recommended for veteran. This is highly recommended for playing on recruit. I hope that helps.